universes. Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka. He is the owner of unlimited number of universes. So I am his maid servant. And what is that? I am embarrassed to appear before him. I don't have any qualification to appear before him, actually. So I don't have any qualification to appear before him. What is that? He is the Lord of my life. Ananta Sesh, Brahma and Shiva, nobody can appear before him. In fact, they're bewildered, they're embarrassed, And what is that? They're bewildered, they're embarrassed, and he's a Supreme Lord. And what she does, the Supreme Brahman, eternal, pure, complete, and he's full in himself, Param Brahma Nitya Suddha Akanda Hridaya Paripurna Hoy Vaise Sabar Hridaya. So what is that? Is Param Brahma, the Supreme Lord. And Param Brahma Nitya Suddha Akhanda Hridaya. He's eternal, pure. And does anyone remember one verse when Mother Saraswati telling these lines? What is that verse that correlates in Bhagavad Gita?
What is the question, Prabhuji? Sorry, Prabhuji.
Question is Param Brahma Nitya Suddha Akhanda Hridaya. He's very pure. He's Supreme Brahman. His abode is supreme. Param Brahma Parandama Pavitram Param Bhavan Purusham Sashvatam Divyam Adidev. Remember? So he's a Supreme Brahman, he is supremely pure, and he is full in himself. And what is that? He is a Supreme Lord. So he has created all the qualities. Again, if you go to 10th chapter Bhagavad Gita, all the vibhutis of Krishna are explained there. So Krishna, all the, Krishna, of course, Lord Chaitanya, Krishna is not different from Lord Chaitanya, and Lord Chaitanya is not different from Krishna. So what is that? He has created all these wonderful qualities, and all the incarnations, Matsya, Varaha, Vamana, Nrsimha, Rama, Parashurama, all the incarnations, they emanate from him, and as Rama, he came and killed Ravana. As Matsya, during the universal devastation, he rescued, what is that? He protects the Saptarishis holding the seeds. And as Varaha, he rescued Mother Earth. As Vamana, he is the Lord of Bali Maharaj. And as Narsimha, he killed Narsimha, Hiranyakashipu, and protected Prahlad. So Digvijay, so you should understand, he's the Supreme Lord of my life, not just me alone, but for entire every living entity is the Lord. So if you really ask me, surrender to him. That is your good fortune. You came before him. Somehow you came across, you met him. Don't waste your time. Surrender to him. Wow, that is great. So when what is that? When Mother Saraswati said like this, when Mother Saraswati said like that, Digvijay Pandit, and she said, it's because you took the mantra, I'm bound with that mantra. That's why I came. Don't think this is a dream. As soon as don't tell anybody, this is very secret, very confidential part of Vedas. And if you really ask, go tomorrow and surrender to him. So then the next day morning, as soon as it dawned in the morning, he immediately rushed to the home of Nimai Pandit. And Nimai Pandit, he was offering you, the Lord was up, he was also doing his ritual, duties. And Keshav Kashmiri went and fell at his feet. And he glorified him, my Lord. So when he glorified him, he said, what happened? He said, my Lord, it is, this transformation is it's because of your grace. You are the supreme Lord. It is my good fortune that I came before you. Actually, when my intelligence was blocked, that time itself I got a bit doubt. Second thing, it is said that Narayan is so humble. He doesn't humiliate anybody. 3 times I was defeated by you, but 3 times you have protected my dignity. You have protected my dignity. You saved me from humiliation. Who can do this but the Supreme Lord himself? So all these things were revealed by my goddess Saraswati, goddess of learning. So I fell at his feet. Who is my Lord? Give me some instruction. So you are the Lord of Saraswati also. Prior to meeting you, I was cheated by myself. I was cheated of my life goal. I want to become me. I want to get name and fame, and I want to get fortune. It's all useless. It is all useless. It is useless, and I my good fortune I could meet. I could see your Lord sweet. I got your grace. Your glance. It actually protects. Your glance purifies. My Lord, please instruct me that I have no material desires. That is the true prayer, actually. Not that we take a list out as soon as Krishna comes and then when we express the desires, we get stuck in the material world. Hare Krishna. In fact, I will tell you. So when Maharaj Muchkunda, came across Krishna, Krishna said, "What do you want? You are my devotee, birth of Lord." Maharaj Muchkunda, please ask. Maharaj Muchkunda prayers are there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Then he said, "My Lord, I don't want it. Please, increase my attraction to your Lord's faith. I don't need anything, my Lord." Krishna said, "Wonderful. I've tested you. Please to see how much affinity you have for the material world." Bro, can everyone hear?
Now it is better, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
It was very nice in the beginning, Prabhuji. In middle, I don't know what happened, but it was just some of the words were really choppy. But now I think it is better.
Okay.
Yeah, this is better, Prabhuji.
Okay, great. Just give me 1 minute. What is that? So Maharaj Muchkunda went to Krishna. Krishna tested him. What do you want? Why are we in the material world? Because we have material affection. Prabhupada calls it is not material affection, it is material infection. As long as we have taste for the material world, we have to, we cannot elevate ourselves to bhakti, and we have to come back again and again to this world. What is this world? This much happiness, this much suffering. This much happiness, this much suffering. This much happiness, this much suffering. But the problem is, we are convinced this much happiness and this much suffering. Wow, that is the beauty of Maya. You agree? So despite going proper, actually Prabhupada writes very nicely in second canto. So people work hard. What they get at the end of a day is actually 15 minutes of enjoyment. But further they slog like anything actually, you know. But nobody wants to give it up. What is that? Nobody wants to give it up. That is the power of Maya. 3 times Haribol to Maya. Haribol, Haribol. Wow. So Maharaj Krishna said, when he tested him, he said, I don't want my Lord. So, but Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, everybody is like that. Kalav Sridhar, Lord Chaitanya, you know, Kalav Sridhar was in dire poverty. Suklamar Brahmachari was in dire poverty. Haridas Thakur, he doesn't even care the ashram, you know. But they're all eternal liberated souls. They want nothing from this world. That is a shortcut to go back to Godhead. But when you want something from this world, supposing name you want, you'll get it. But you need to take few births for that. Wow. You want fame, you'll get it. But we need to take some births. Then in that life also, you have to go through mental problem, and old age problem, disease problem, death problem, and then emotional problems. But you'll get maybe, you know, you'll get your name in the paper, you know, for having taken part in Olympics. That's it. It's like a 5 minutes of happiness, maybe 50 hours of happiness. But how much suffering? The rest, everything is suffering only. You're understanding? So we need to become free from that material infection, material affection. So anyway, what is that? What is that? Mahaprabhura Bhaktaganir Vairagya Pradhan. Lord Chaitanya bestows a renunciation. But he doesn't just give renunciation, but he gives bhakti which includes renunciation. Correctly. You know? What is it? Lord Chaitanya told him, conquering is not knowledge. What is the ultimate gain of knowledge? Not conquering the whole world and becoming famous and appearing in the newspaper. That is knowledge. That is not the gain of knowledge, oh Pandit. What is the sign that you have knowledge? You become the worshipper of Krishna. You become an ardent devotee of Krishna. And you know, you worship Krishna and you develop faith to the Lotus feet of Krishna. Yavat marananahi upasannahaya tavat seva Krishna kariye nischaya. You know, so what you do, the true sign of knowledge is worship Krishna with full faith. Krishna is my only shelter. Krishnaika Sharanam. Krishna is my protector. I have a question for everyone because we discussed many times. What are the 6 qualities of surrender? Anybody? Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Madhuri Mataji.
Anukulyasya Krishna Pratikulyasya Varjanam.
Thinking of Krishna as one's guardian and protector.
Krishna is my only maintainer.
Very nice.
Humility, Prabhuji.
Very good. One more. Five points. Very nice, Pushpanjali Mataji.
Depending on Krishna. Maybe I'm making it up. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Right. You know, the last one, even you said very well, wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 covered. 5th one not covered.
All my desires are same as desire for Krishna. I desire nothing else except for desire for Krishna. My desire matching with Krishna's desires.
That is no.
Gotruptiya Varnam.
You told that.
Krishna.
That also she told.
Attracts Sri Krishna. It is the only means to attract Sri Krishna.
Yeah. So that is the one she didn't tell. So, Anukulya, accept what is favorable for bhakti, reject what is not favorable. Okay, coming to Mangalarti is, laziness is not favorable for bhakti. Then give it up. Coming to Mangalarti will advance, will make me advance in bhakti. Come to Mangalarti at least once a week. If doing service in the temple will cause progress, come and do service. Prajalpa will annihilate my bhakti, then no prajalpa. So accept whatever is favorable, reject what is not favorable for bhakti. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam. Rakshatisyatiti vishwaso. Krishna will definitely protect me. Goptrutya varnantada. Krishna is my maintainer. Then Atmanikshepa karma. Atmanikshepa. So understanding this, you serve Krishna, body, mind, and words. And what is the last one? Karpan. Karpanya. Humility. Humility. I am nothing, Krishna is everything. What is humility? We are not eager for name and fame. I am a spirit soul. My Guru's grace is everything. How easy it is to tell when somebody is listening, but how difficult it is to implement, because we have this nonsense mind. So difficult to control when we think we are this mind. So real spirituality is all about controlling the mind, because once you cross the mind is soul, that's where you are. So you have to stretch your hand, hath milao, but in which mind is there. So behind that is soul. So anyway, the point is, everyone is understanding. Everyone is understanding or not?
Yes,
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, Krishna, Lord Chaitanya is telling, I have a question for you. We people are mad after name and fame. Okay, one day your photo comes in first cover page. Next day onwards, you start smiling. You'll smile no matter what happens. Your heart expands, chest expands. Wow, whole world knows me. Are these people, all these billionaires, the CEOs of Tesla car and what is it, Amazon? No. It may give some kick, like alcohol, but they'll be drowned in the ocean of anxieties after that, for sure. They may have billions, no doubt, but anxiety is common. So anyway, what is that? So the best advice I can give you, Digvijay Pandit, is worship Krishna, no pride, no false pride. Prabhurajnaya bhakti virakti vijnana Say Krishna vipradate hoila adhishtana. So Lord Chaitanya said to become a devotee. Life is temporary. Death may come at any time. Everything is taken away. We forget everything, then we go to next life. Even take birth in the next door neighbor, but you can't recognize your family members. Wow. What a predicament of this all glories to Maya actually. So what is that? So Lord Chaitanya, when he said, when Nimai Pandit, he said this. Yes, my Lord, definitely. So, so what he did? He donated everything. He donated his elephants, he donated his horses, and to the Brahmins, to the devotees, he donated. And he just lived there. And because Lord Chaitanya said, but don't tell this to anybody. Eventually it will be revealed, but you should not tell this to anybody. If you tell, your lifespan will be reduced to 0. Your lifespan will end today itself. Okay. So Digvijay Pandit, he didn't tell anything. What is that? And he became a renunciate. He became humble. I have a question for all of you. If this is what is needed, we'll take it up, right? Yes, Trinada is difficult, but that is not needed to go to attend the Lord's feet of Lord Chaitanya. Then we have to apply. It is like your preparation is ever perfect. Out of 6 exams, 5 exams, you scored 100 out of 100, 6 exams, 0. You will not pass because you failed. Though other areas, you are 100 out of 100. This is needed. What is needed? We should be humble. That is needed. All right, we'll apply once in a while. But slowly, once a week, twice a week, thrice a week, like that will slowly change. Right? So anyway, what is that? Kaliyugatara Sakshi Sridha Birkasa Rajapada Chadiyara Rajapada Chadiyara Archana Vilasa. So, my Lord, you bestow renunciation. You bestow bhakti and renunciation. Who is the best example? The Birkas. He was actually finance minister, but he got your grace and he left everything. The Birkas became Rupa Goswami and he was living under one tree each day. Wow, that's all because of your causeless mercy, my Lord. Amazing. That is all because of your causeless mercy. So, people in the material world long for so many things. And sometimes they long for that one thing. But a Krishna devotee will get it. But he'll just give it up. I don't need this. Why? I have Krishna. Prabhupada says this. What is his name? Dhruva went to the forest and he prayed. Vishnu himself came. And he saw Vishnu Kachan Vichandu Nadidevi Ratna Swamin Krutardasmi Varam Nayache. My Lord, Vishnu said, what do you want to ask? I'll give you. I don't need anything, my Lord. I know why you came. Please ask. No, my Lord, I came here for the broken piece of glass. I wanted a planet bigger than my grandfather. But what is the use in this eternity? Brahma lives for 311 trillion, 40 billion years. Brahma is like a bubble in the Atlantic Ocean. Compared to Brahma's life, what is a Manu's life? And one Brahma's a day, 14 Manus change. Then what is the use of this kingdom? So I came not knowing that. I came for the broken piece of glass and I got the diamond, your lotus feet, my Lord. I don't need anything. I don't definitely need anything. Vishnu said, are you sure? Yes, my Lord, I don't need. But still, because he became so renounced, he understood the value of bhakti, Vishnu said, all right, I'll give you a planet. Bigger than your great-grandfather's planet. Bigger than the planet of your great-grandfather Brahma. In fact, during annihilation, Brahma's planet will be destroyed. But your planet will never be destroyed, Dhruva. So you live a manvantara, 36,000 years, and rule this world with no old age, disease, and death. And you go back and you will own a planet. Full star, Dhruvalok. Wow. So even though he said he did not want anything, Vishnu gave him a planet. So anyway, the point of moral is Lord Chaitanya gives the renunciation. Lord Chaitanya, Ishwarera Subhadrishti, Venaki Chunahi, Atayeva Ishwara Bhajana, Vedekahi. All these things. Keshu Kashmiri could give up everything, become a pure devotee. It's all because of the Lord Chaitanya's glance. Katanchita smrite yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet vismrite paridam syat Sri Chaitanya namamitam. So what is that? If the most difficult things will become most easy when you have the grace of Lord Chaitanya. When you don't have the grace of Lord Chaitanya, the most easy things will become very difficult. Hare Krishna. Right? So, what is that? When the Lord Chaitanya, the Maya Pandit's reputation spread everywhere. People were shocked to hear this great Digvijay Pandit was defeated by the Maya Pandit. And Digvijay Pandit stayed there. Actually, he started, he started actually, he became a Gaudiya Vaishnava. He became a great Vaishnava devotee, Digeshu Kashmir. He received initiation. But what the purport says, his followers eventually deviated. But he was a great ordained devotee of Lord Chaitanya. So anyway, what is that? Keshu Kashmir stayed there only. Did not tell anybody anything. But what is that? ईश्वरेर शुभदृष्टि विना किछु नाहि अतएव ईश्वर भजन वेद कहे. So because of the grace, what is that? He got bhakti, jnana, so all the things he got, wow, amazing. In 1 second, that is correct. That is a mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Then the reputation spread. The locals said, we should call him Badi Simha, big lion. Somebody said, if he learns now Nyaya and Vaiseshika, he'll become Bhattacharya. That is how, So everyone analyzes the problem, or everyone speaks based on his knowledge. This is Supreme Lord. One time, Prabhupada brought Americans to India and to Vrindavan actually. So they would go to temples. So the Brahmins, they would bless them. You serve nicely this lifetime. Next lifetime, you bless that you become a nice Brahmana. You take birth in a Brahmin family. So these American devotees went and told Prabhupada, they're blessing that, if we serve nicely this lifetime, they're blessing us that next lifetime we'll take birth in Brahmin family. Prabhupada said, they do not know, you're already Vaishnavas. You're already Brahmin. You're on the way back to Godhead. You don't need to take birth in any family again on earth. They do not know the power of bhakti. Hare Krishna. So what is it? So he became very famous, and but Lord Chaitanya was an exemplary. So exemplary grasta. Every day he would go. One time, one devotee went and asked Prabhupada, can I get married? Prabhupada said, yes, why not? But you have to go outside before eating and go outside and say, is there anybody hungry here? You ask every day. And there is nobody. If there is somebody, invite him or her, give them prasad. And nowadays it doesn't work. People, nobody will come to your home if you make an announcement like that. But what is the moral? Moral is, actually, Vrindavan Thakur writes, especially he exemplifies Lord Chaitanya's grahastha behavior. Grahastha behavior means charity, hospitality. When a guest comes to your home, Vrindavan Thakur says, you treat them, you give them the best you have. And this is from Manu Samhita. Give them place to sit down, give them prasad, comfort them, and give them nice food. Whatever charity you can give. You will make a lot of progress. Even if the enemy comes, you should give them that type of hospitality that they forget your enmity. We should behave like that. Okay, you don't have anything. Then give them a place to sit down, a mat, and give them a little water and speak nice words. You don't even have water at home. No place to sit down. You fold your hands and say, I don't have anything, but we are very grateful for your presence in our place. Please sit down and speak nice words. Then that is perfect. So Lord Chaitanya, you tell mother, 20 guests are coming. Please arrange food. Actually, Brahmanas those days, they would not save. They can save only for one day. That's it. So anything the rest they would give in charity. But Lord Chaitanya is a Brahmana too. So Mother Sachi would think, there is nothing at home. My son is telling 20 sannyasis going to come. Then suddenly somebody will come and deliver all the grains, everything, and vegetables, everything they will deliver. And she would cook. And Lord Chaitanya, whomever he would come across, he would give them money. He would give them gifts. And he would look at them with a glance of love. People would be mesmerized to see the beauty of Lord Chaitanya, in my opinion. He'd give charity, rice, cloth, and money. These three things he would give. And Lakshmi Devi, his wife, who is actually a goddess of fortune herself, she would get up in the morning. And what she would do? She would clean the home nicely, and she would go to the temple, and then they have they pray puja room, prayer room, and she would clean it very nicely, and she would decorate with the mark, she would draw lotus, she would draw different nice pictures. It's called mandala, and there Vishnu Vrindavan Thakur writes, if you clean the temple of Krishna, 7 generations are purified. Narasimha Puran says you'll go back to Godhead. Wow, just by cleaning the temple. Another Purana says you'll go to heavenly planets if you have any material desires. So anyway, the point is she would draw the prints of lotus, and then she would cook. She would not let Mother Sachi do anything. But still she would not feel tired. Wow. She's so happy serving. And Mother Sachi, sometimes she would see her son. Flames are coming from his feet. Great souls are coming and praying for the mercy. They are praying for mercy. And sometimes she would see the fragrance of lotuses filled in their home. Wow. Vrindavan Thakur writes, Lakshmi and Narayan, they are living incognito in Navadvip. So what is that? Sometimes she would massage the feet of Lord Chaitanya for a very long time, hours and hours and hours. And she would mop the home with the cow dung, and the liquid, cow dung liquid, keep it clean. She would work hard, increasing the happiness of Sachi Mata day and night. Nimai Pandit, Lord Chaitanya, Vishnu Gaurasundar, he would not say anything, but he would watch everything. So what is that? So one day, Nimai Pandit Gaurasundar said to his mother, I want to go to East Bengal, Bangladesh. I want to go and acquire, and that's like, that's a mission, preaching mission. He took permission from his wife and mother and went to Bangladesh. And Bangladesh, he went to Padma River. How many of you remember Padma River? What is its connection?
Prabhuji, Gauranga Mahaprabhu invested his love for Narottam Das Thakur in the Padma River.
Very nice. So that he did later, but this time as Nimai Pandit, he went to Padma, he went to, what is it, East Bengal, for, now he is very famous scholar. So, to impart education, he went to East Bengal. So he went to East Bengal, and when he saw Padma River, he took bath in Padma River. And he took bath and he sported in the river with, he took his students, 7, 8 students with him. Then he took students with them, and they all took bath. So up to that, he grazed, he gave his mercy to Ganga only. Now Padma River also got, Padmavati River also got the grace. Hare Krishna. And people came to know that, the Nimai Pandit, the famous Nimai Gaur Sundar, came. Everybody came from everywhere, from all the directions. Please, please, please instruct us, tell us, So many students, hundreds and thousands of students came to learn from him, because this is Nimai Pandit. They, was defeated when a scholar Nimai Pandit. Then what happened? So 2 months he taught to the students, and they all became, so they all received graduation after 2 months. So then what is that? Wherever he went, people came and learned from him, But anyway, what is that? So finally decided, so 2 months he trained, he taught hundreds and thousands of students. Then what happened? Once they were all graduated, he gave them certificates, and they gave them, everyone came and gave so many gifts. So many gifts. But here what happened? Mother Lakshmi Devi, ever since he left, for months and months and months, she could not bear the separation from the Lord. She could not bear the separation from the Lord. She stopped eating. She stopped eating, and she started focusing on the lotus feet of the Lord. And finally, on the bank of Ganga, she left the body. Krishnadas Garajaswami says, snake bite of separation. She was bitten by the power of separation. So anyway, the point is, and Mother Sachi's sadness knew no bounds. She was so sad. What is that? What can I tell my son? All the relatives and near and dear, they comforted her. And she was, what is that? But Lakshmi Devi, she united with Gaur Sundar in her spiritual form. She left. So here, after training all the students for 22 months, training for 2 months, he has decided to go back. They all came, and actually whoever met Gaur Sundar, Nimai Pandit, they all joined Sankirtan movement. They all joined Sankirtan movement. So just before Lord Chaitanya was about to leave, one Brahman boy came. One Brahman boy came, not Brahman boy, Brahmana came. What is his name? Tapan Mishra. He said, what is the goal of life? What should I do? Why I got this human form? What should I do with this human form? What is the goal of life? And Nimai Pandit instructed him in Krishna consciousness. He instructed him on the path of Krishna consciousness. Then he told him, go and stay. Actually, what happened when this Brahmana Tapan Mishra was so sad, he had a dream. That dream, one demigod came. And he said, "Oh, Brahman, don't lament. To your village came Nimai Pandit. He is the Supreme Lord, Supreme Brahman." So anyway, so if you have any questions, just go and talk to him. He can guide you very well, you know. But then Tapan Mishra went to Nimai Gaursundar, and Gaursundar instructed in the path of bhakti. Worship Krishna. Our lifespan is, we don't know how much span is there, lifespan is there for us. Become Krishna conscious today, tomorrow will never come. And go to, so Lord Chaitanya gave instructions. Who is Tapan Mishra's son? Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. Right? So who is Tapan Mishra's son? Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. Anyway, the point is, what is that? Excuse me. So then he decided to come back. You know, then all his friends, so all the students and the people whom he met, they were impressed. How fortunate is Sachi Devi? You know, to have such a beautiful son. How fortunate is Lakshmi Devi to have such a beautiful husband. Wow. So the gracious hands, you know, his walk is wonderful. Spaces are fulgent. Amazing, amazing, amazing. How fortunate are the residents of Navadvip? They can see him every day. You know, there is a similar line in Srimad Bhagavatam. Where? I'll tell it. When Krishna went to Mathura, when the ladies of Mathura, citizens of Mathura saw Krishna, they were telling, wow, how fortunate is how fortunate are gopis. They see him every day. They see his nectarian beauty. Wow. They see his Varapida Natavarapu Karnayo Karnikaram Vivritva Sakhanakapisam Vaijayanti Chamalam Randhran Vendradra Sudayo Vandaranyam Sopadharmanam Pravishad Kita. So when the ladies of Mathura saw Krishna's beauty, some people fainted. Wow. We see beauty, people appreciate. But nobody is fainted. But Yamaraj and not Yamaraj, what is that? Anybody saw? No, they all fainted, seeing the beauty of, not Yamaraj, seeing the beauty of Gaur Sundar Nimai, you know, Sundar Nimai. So then what happened? They gave him gifts. They gave him Lakshmi, the money, and they gave him whatever gifts they could give, they gave. And he also, you know, what is that? You know, he said goodbye to them. Came back. When he came back, he understood his Lakshmi Devi, his wife, passed away. You know, Mother Sachimata's, what is that? Mother Sachi's suffering was uncontrollable. You know, so you know, because you know she lost her daughter. But Lord Chaitanya pacified her with the weapon of knowledge. He pacified with the weapon of knowledge. You know, what is that? Then, actually, I forgot to mention one point. Before going to Bengal, one day, Gaur Sundar, Nimai Pandit, he picked up his flute and he played on the flute. And he played on the flute such a transcendent vibration. It has awakened the love of God. Mother Sachi instantly fainted when she heard that melodious raga coming from the flute of Nimai Pandit. Immediately she thought of Krishna. So anyway, the point is, what is that? Now he's back, the son actually, Nimai Pandit, he said, wow, every relationship in this world is temporary. Can anyone repeat this line? Who will repeat this line? Every relationship in this world is temporary.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Every
Yes,
relationship in this world is temporary.
every relationship in this world is temporary. So when we understand it, we try to forge our relationship with Krishna, and we try to spiritualize our relationships with others by firmly keeping Krishna in the center. By firmly keeping Krishna in the center. That way, we are not. We don't have bondage. When we spiritualize our relationships, when we keep Krishna in the center, that will spiritualize a relationship. Manayeva manushyanam karana bandha moksha. Amrita Bindu Upanishad. Why a soul gets stuck in the material world? Mind is the reason. Mind is the reason for bondage. Mind is the reason for liberation. Manayeva manushyanam. So how to ensure we are not, we are not bound, but bound by either any particular activity or relationship, but that particular activity, how to make sure it doesn't cause bondage, but it causes liberation. It causes liberation. Spiritualize it. Utilize it in Krishna's service. Children, utilize them in Krishna's service. Make them Krishna conscious. Yeah. Make everyone Krishna conscious. When what is it? Today morning I was listening from Prabhupada, I was listening to Prabhupada lecture. Prabhupada says, make your children Krishna conscious. By making children Krishna conscious, you are becoming free from your obligation. Pita nasasya, janani nasasya. So one should not become parents or spouse or a guru if you cannot deliver your dependents. I know we cannot deliver, it's difficult. But at least if you show them the path, that is perfect. If they take it up or not, it's up to them. But if you sincerely, give them Krishna consciousness, then you are extricating yourself from that bondage by giving them Krishna consciousness. Yeah? So, what is that? So Mother Sachi's lamentation knew no bounds, and Lord Chaitanya comforted her. He explained to her the nature of this world. The Kalayam Shashvatam. This is the Kalayam and Shashvatam. The problem is we know it, but we know it by theory only. We don't know it by realization. One time one devotee went and asked, I'm sure you all know this verse. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yuvati tatata. Tyaktavadeham punajanam naiti mameti Arjuna. Arjuna, my birth and activities are transcendental. If you know my birth and activities are transcendental, Tyaktavadeham punarjanma naiti. You don't need to take birth. No punarjanma. And you'll attain my nature, Mahameti, means you'll go back to spiritual world. You're listening? So when this question was asked, Maharaj, so what is that? So I know Krishna's birth and activities are transcendental. So does it mean that I won't take birth again? Then the answer was that we have to realize it, not just mere theory. Okay, janma karma chvediyam, janma karma chvediyam. Punarjanma naiti, no punarjanma. No. Okay, you're reading theory, but you need to put into practice, realization. We need to realize what is we need to realize what it is meant by birth and activities are transcendental. It means they don't have any touch, they don't have any material touch. They don't have any material touch. They're very spiritual. So when you realize we are not Krishna's birth and activities are really spiritual, not material, and if you realize it, then definitely you have no birth. Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti. Naiti means nai. Nai means no. So we need to realize it. Likewise, whatever the statements today, the relationship or whatever, anything, we need to spiritualize it. We need to realize that. Not just a simple eyewash spirituality. It doesn't work. So how, in the next chapter, how, what is that? Nima Pandit would go to, what is that place? Would go to Gaya to offer pinda to his father, where he meets Ishwarapuri and he receives initiation. That's it. He changes. After initiation, Lord Chaitanya wants to reveal the world, the importance of having a guru. For that reason, he did not declare his divinity to the world. Without guru sanction, we should not do anything. Also, I know what is that. For that reason, he didn't reveal. Nityananda Prabhu also waited. He didn't preach. Why? There is no sanction from Lord Chaitanya. That's why he didn't preach. But now, once he would go to Gaya and he would go to, what is that? Bindu Madhav temple, where he would see the footprints, lotus footprints, of Vishnu. Then the world will come to know. But of course, he also has a, what do you call it? One of the external reasons for his descent was inaugurate the Sankirtan movement, right? That has to happen. That we can see in the coming chapters. How he would inaugurate Sankirtan movement. So what is that? Chaitanya Bhagavat is really nectar. Vrindavan Thakur is actually, Vyasadeva. And what is that? It's very sweet. Chaitanya, what is that? Chaitanya Vyas Vrindavan Das. So Bhagavat, real writer is Veda Vyas, but Chaitanya Bhagavat, author is Vrindavan Das. Chaitanya Bhagavatara Vyas Vrindavan Das. Just like that. So anyway, we'll end it here today, and we'll continue next week. And actually, we have Ram Navami this weekend, and I request everyone to, fasting till noon only. So Indian temples, they do till evening. Some temples, but Ram appeared in the afternoon. I think late afternoon. That's what I heard. Afternoon, actually. So it's Sunday, so if people who are local, please do come to the temple and do services. Take part in services, take part in Abhishek and other programs scheduled. Also, we are, in 2 weeks to come, we have Brahmotsavam, date installation anniversary. Please do come. Also, first time we are doing Earth Fest. We are inviting the local state representative. She'll come and give the class. Those of devotees local, please come. That way we can create awareness to the rest of the world. The importance of saving earth. Anyway, we'll end it here and we'll continue next week. My obeisance. Panchakalptarabhyasya. Kripa sindhubhyo chapatitanam pavanamyo. Vishnavibhyo namo namah. Anantakot Vaishnaviki Jai Shri Prabhupada. I'm ending now. Thank you. I'm ending.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhuji. Hare